Oh, good. Hey, welcome again to Tuesday Tea Time with Dorarena. I am so thankful that you are here to join me tonight. And if this is your first time, welcome. We are presented from Women of Wisdom. We are a nonprofit organization. We're mentoring organization for teen girls and women, and we're here to bridge the generational gap between the younger and the older generation to pass on vital knowledge to one another. Because we need each other, and more so than we actually really realize. And so I want to welcome you if this is your first time. And usually I always share with everyone what tea I'm doing tonight. And I have tonight my son's honey, blacksmith honey. So I'm going to use that. It is nice and thick and sweet, just the way I like it. And I am doing tonight, I hope that you have your cups with you and you fill your cups up with lots of wisdom tonight, all right? My tea that I have tonight is cozy chamomile, and I am doing a ginger lemon crystals. I put those in my tea as well. So it's tea time, all right? And I have my cup with me. And do you know, one of the ladies that I mentor found a journal to match my cup. I'm like, yay! Yeah, because you know, gifts is my love language anyway. So, tea time. Ooh, that's better than I thought it was going to be. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna have to do that more often. Okay, listen, I have an announcement for you before we go right into our topic tonight. And this is our announcement. Wild is putting her annual workshop on hold to focus on some other goals that will eventually lead us back to future workshops. So stay tuned for other events coming up soon. I'm excited, you know, to just, wow, I don't even, yeah, I'm excited for the things that that's coming up, where we're headed, how we're strategizing to get there, and just working as a team. I'm telling you, I have a wow team. And I am so thankful that their hearts are all the way in. Okay, so I was thinking, uh, you know what? Surrender 2 came to me. We did surrender last week, and surrender came back to me again. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to elaborate on this. And I'm just going to have to take us farther and deeper. And let's just juice that lemon or juice that orange or whatever fruit you like, and squeeze it till we get all the juice out of it, all the wisdom and nuggets out of it that we can, okay? Because you know what? The more that you know, the better off you will be. And I'm talking about, right things, because wisdom will lead you to gain knowledge on right things. And I'm not saying that you should know some of the negative things, because that helps to balance out things. But there are some things that's better left unsaid, or even better left alone. And so we know that that's wisdom in itself as well. So let's just dive right in and listen. Surrender carries both positive and negative applications, profoundly affecting our journey depending on how and what we choose to relinquish. Okay, so we're talking about tonight, listen to this. It is about releasing regrets, angers, and other negative emotions that hinder our progress in life. There are some things that they may be hard to give up, but we need to give them up so that we can progress in life. And I remember when, you know, I went through the process of the butterfly, and there was some things that I really felt like was me. It's just been a part of me all my life. This is how I function all my life, and I had to give up some of those things. And even though, you know what, I have shared before that I had a problem with unforgiveness, and so I would hold grudges. That's something that you have to give up. That's something that deals with anger and regrets and things like that. You know, those are worth giving up to have peace of mind. And if you learn how to flow in peace now, you as you continue to practice peace, you'll have peace. Now, sometimes we think that I didn't even think about whether we even have to practice that stuff. Well, you know what? Practice makes permanent. So there's a lot of things that we can practice at that will become habitual in our lives and cause good fruit to develop, and that way we are reaping the benefits of those good things. Okay, you can't have it if you don't follow the steps. Okay, all right, so here we go, and let's go deeper and deeper. It's about pursuing peace, accepting things we can't change, and letting go of the need for control. Come on now. Now, that's good. And I know that, it's, sometimes it's just, oh, hi, Tanya. I know that sometimes it's just, it's hard to give up control, because sometimes control is actually based off of our fears. We like to control our atmosphere. We don't want to be in areas where we're unfamiliar because it makes us uncomfortable. And it could be because of some things that have happened with us. But we can't just live life like that, because fear is torment. Do you want to be tormented for the rest of your life? I refuse to live like that. And I hope you refuse to live like that as well. So, it's one thing to say something and want something, it's another thing to do it and apply it and push through. What comes to my mind is a tractor. You just have to push through some things, and the benefit that you get out of the efforts that you put forth for a better life. Oh, come on. They pay off with big dividends. Okay, so let's look at what surrendering means. Surrendering means releasing ourselves from the constraints of a situation and allowing things to happen naturally without the need to change or control them. Okay, so that's the type of surrender that we're talking about. Like I said, yes, surrender has its positive and its negative applications. Of course, you don't want to surrender who you are as a person. You don't want to surrender your standards. You don't, or lower your standards. You don't want to surrender your integrity. There are some things that you need to hold tight to. And if there's people in your life that's threatening those areas, well, you have to surrender that relationship for the benefit of your own self. Self-preservation is the law of nature. You know, you have to survive. If you can't survive, how are you going to help somebody else to survive? And you know, we need each other. The younger generation need us, and we need the younger generation. And you know what is so sad sometimes when I see people that think that they can't learn anything from the younger people. And you know, really, I'm be honest with you, there's some pride in that. There's some arrogance in that. And I know, you know, it may be hard to hear, but you know, the truth makes us free. And so we have to be willing to make those changes and sometimes surrender our what we want, so, for something better. And you know, sometimes you just gotta know that there is something better out there for you, so you surrender that first thing that came that really wasn't what you wanted in the first place. And you know, and now you're challenging your patience to have to wait for the better thing to come. But that is the way to go, you know, because timing is everything. Oh my goodness, I have learned that at heart, you know, because some of you may be nurses or doctors or whatever, and you know that seconds count when it comes to the critical issues of somebody's life. And so timing is crucial in life, you know. And so to if you gotta surrender something to have patience, do it, because you will benefit later on. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. When we try to control a situation, we resist what is happening in the present moment. We got to learn to flow in the present. When we don't flow in the present and we try to control things to be the way that we want them to be, we are missing out. We are missing out on a chance to learn, to grow, to give, receive, to be blessed, and all those great things, because we're, you know, it's about us, you know. And when you're all about yourself, when you all about, you know, you want to control everything because you want things to be your way, and you don't want to have to compromise with anybody else and all this kind of stuff like that. When you do that, you are hindering your life. You are hindering yourself from going, uh, well, let's say like this, to live up to your highest potential. You know, there's keys unlock doors. And you know, you need uh you need to be willing to surrender your way for the better way. Your way is not always the best way. And when you can understand that and accept that, then your perspective is broader. You can see more, you can have more, you can go greater places and do more. And you know, people will be more acceptive to you as well, you know, because sometimes people just don't want to be around people that, I mean, you know, it's like walking on eggshells. Have you ever been around people you got to walk on eggshells? Because if it's not their way, it's no, you know, their way or no way, you know. And man, that is just a hard place to live. Surrender the need of having to control everything. That is so detrimental to your future. You are stifling your own growth when you do that. Okay, let's move on, because you know it's just kind of flowing one after another. Resistance can manifest in various ways: being overly critical, defensive, are insisting on having everything our way and finding fault with others when they don't conform to our expectations. Come on, I'm going to say it. You know, when you live like that, we're talking small minded people live like that. if if you're going to grow, if you're ever going to go somewhere, if you ever going to reach your highest potential, you have got to allow your capacity to be increased, which means that mindsets have to change, behaviors, habits, and you know, some things that past hurts and pains where you know, stuck, you know, you have to learn how to work through those things. And the first thing you have to do is be willing to let it go. Okay? So surrender the things that are hindering you from growing, and boom, the things that you have been wanting, the places where you have been wanting to go, the things that you have been wanting to happen in your life. I mean, it's almost like magic. They just start happening because you're lining yourself up with certain principles that operate through not having to have control, or not living out of anger and not living out of regret. And those things, let them go and surrender them. All right. Ah, tea time. Well, that's all that I have to share for you. You know, I usually have a quote, and I thought, well, there's things I want to share, and I really didn't have time enough to really share a quote tonight. But I hope that you fill your cup up with lots of wisdom tonight. Remember our my announcements, and I want to put that up there too. So we're going to be starting some events. We're putting our workshop on hold because we are headed towards some other exciting things that will lead us back to having our workshop. So remember, always, as I always tell you, Dorarena loves you, and remember to always walk in wisdom. All right. You have a good night tonight. All right. Sleep well.